Tonight, it's closer, sharper, like fingernails on glass. My heart pounds. Inhale, exhale. The sound stops at the front door. Silence follows, expectant, suffocating. Then a soft, almost polite knock. It's asking to be let in. I never answer. But tonight, the question lingers. What if I did? The house waits. So do I. The darkness presses in, and the tapping begins again. I am always listening. The day after the tapping started, I found the book. Cleaning the old bookshelf, I discovered a small, leather-bound journal. No title, no markings, just ancient, warm leather. Inside, frantic handwriting, not a diary, but warnings. The first page, it wants to be seen. The entries spoke of tapping, knocking, a presence that fed on attention and learned. One entry, don't look for it in the dark. Don't speak its name, for it has none. To acknowledge it is to invite it. The writer tried to leave, but the house wouldn't let them. Doors led to the wrong rooms. The road circled back. I should have destroyed the book, but I couldn't. It felt like the only truth here. Every night, I read a passage. The writer's fear became mine. The book didn't just describe the haunting, it conducted it. I was the unwilling actor in a story already written. The book sat on my nightstand, a talisman, and a curse. I couldn't look away. The sounds changed. The tapping stayed, but now whispers joined in, drifting from the woods. At first, they were just rustling leaves, then, voices, low, guttural, speaking in a language I couldn't understand. I watched the forest by day, but saw no animals. The silence was a warning. At night the voices grew clearer. They called my name, stretching it, distorting it. The sound was everywhere, inside my head, twisting my own identity into a threat. The book had warned. It will learn you, it will use what you love as weapons. My name became a source of terror. The house was targeting me, learning me. The forest was no longer a backdrop. It was an audience, waiting for me to break. The voices were its applause. Each night the whispers grew more impatient. I felt exposed, hunted. The next act was coming. The house began to rearrange itself. At first, it was small things. A chair moved, a cabinet left open. Then, the impossible. A door appeared in a hallway where there had never been one. No handle, just a dark seam. I froze, remembering the book. The house will make new paths. Do not follow them. I backed away, terrified. When I looked again, the door was gone. This became routine. Doors appeared and vanished. A child-sized door in the pantry. Ornate double doors upstairs. Each was a silent dare, a test of my sanity. The house was showing me its power, breaking the rules of space and time. I was a prisoner in a maze that shifted around me. Reality bent at the house's whim. I questioned everything I saw. The house was alive, and it wanted me lost. I was losing myself. Fear wears you down. For weeks I ignored the tapping, the knocking, the shifting walls. But one night, the knocking changed. Frantic, desperate, like someone begging for help. My name cried out in a voice I recognized. The house was using my memories as bait. The book's warning echoed, "It will fake the voice of a loved one. Do not open the door." But the desperation felt real. My fear of becoming heartless outweighed my fear of what waited outside. I walked to the door, trembling, undid the deadbolt, turned the knob. The porch was empty. The yard, silent. The trees watched. Then, a cold wind rushed past me, into the house. I had invited it in. The rules were broken. The haunting was no longer outside. I felt the house change. I had let it cross the threshold. The real nightmare had begun. There was no going back. The moment I opened the door, everything changed. The cold wind settled into the bones of the house. I had given it permission. The haunting bled into daylight. The house was awake, and inside with me, daily life became torture. The faucet ran hot when I wanted cold. The TV played only static, or silent films. The radio dredged up painful songs from my past. The house began to breathe. A low, rhythmic hum through the floorboards, the walls expanding and contracting like lungs. Sometimes I felt a pulse in the air, a heartbeat that wasn't mine. The house was alive, and I was trapped inside it. It mimicked me, footsteps above, my own cough from behind closed doors. It was learning how to be me. The book's final entry haunted me. When it knows you completely, it will try to replace you. The house wasn't just scaring me anymore, it was trying to erase me. The climax came on a bright afternoon. I was folding laundry when the air grew cold and the house's hum intensified. The closet door swung open, revealing a void of pulsing, sickly green light. The closet was no longer a closet, it was an abyss. I was paralyzed, unable to look away. Then a voice spoke from the void, my voice perfect and soothing. "It's okay, just come here, we can be one." My own voice used as bait. The thing in the closet wore my voice like a mask, calling my name, promising an end to fear at the cost of myself. The green light pulsed, pulling me closer. The book's warning echoed, "It will try to replace you." This was the moment. The house opening its mouth, calling me home. I stood at the edge of oblivion. I had to choose, surrender, or run. Something inside me snapped. I ran. I didn't grab anything, just sprinted, the house roaring in anger behind me. Doors slammed, windows rattled, my own voice screamed from the closet. I crashed through the house, desperate, as it tried to trap me. At the front door, I fought the lock. On the third try, it gave way. I burst into the fading light, ran to my car, and sped away. The house watched, silent, as I left. I drove for hours, through night and into morning, not caring where I went. When I finally stopped, I wept. I was free. Or so I thought. The house was behind me, but the fear lingered. I tried to rebuild my life, but some things don't stay behind. I never went back. I started over in a new city, high above the street, surrounded by noise and life. For a while, I felt safe. The memory of the house faded. Then, unpacking a box, I found it. The book. The same black leather-bound journal. Impossible. I'd left it behind. It sits on my coffee table now. I haven't opened it. I'm too afraid, but I feel its presence. A cold spot in the room. Last night I heard it. A soft, rhythmic tapping. Not at the window. At my front door. Tap, tap, tap. I don't know what to do. I'm telling you this for a reason. If you hear it wherever you are, don't answer. Don't ever answer the knock.